Action games are reaching a point where scale, speed, and intensity are all being pushed at once. Upcoming titles are combining fast combat, destructive environments, and over-the-top set pieces that feel bigger than anything before. Here are the craziest action games coming our way soon. Exodus is a sci-fi action-adventure RPG where players control June Aslan, a traveler sent on interstellar missions to recover celestial remnants linked to humanity's survival far in the future. Combat involves fighting creatures, constructs, rival dynasties, and celestials using a gauntlet that combines advanced tech with weapons. Time dilation changes outcomes between missions, altering future generations, while a crew of human and awakened companions supports combat and influences events across different planets. In Tenet of the Spark, players switch between 3 timelines, including modern day, Viking Age, and Aztec settings, to handle combat and puzzles. Each version of the main character has different abilities, such as boxing skills, heavy attacks, or ranged precision, which are used depending on the situation. Encounters require choosing the right character, while environmental interactions and timeline changes are used to solve puzzles and move through connected locations.
I must know the truth. I must know who I am.
Sometimes I don't know if I'm dreaming.
Erased is set in a cyberpunk city where players control teens with lost memories while uncovering a hidden truth. Through dream-related events, movement includes parkour, rollerblading, and rail grinding to travel across streets and rooftops. Combat uses fighting game-style mechanics with precise combos, blocking, and dodging in both solo and PvP modes. The game also includes character customization, a karma system affecting story outcomes, pets with gameplay roles, and dance-based activities tied to street culture.
Ever dream. This city is not what you think it is. They locked us away like lab rats. We're gonna kill them. Every last one of them.
Acts of Blood is a third-person game set in the dystopian city of Bandapa, where players control Hendra, a student seeking revenge after his family is killed. Gameplay involves fast hand-to-hand combat against groups of enemies and boss characters using strikes, counters, and finishers. Players can use melee and firearm weapons, interact with destructible environments, and move through levels using parkour. Outfit customization is also included, allowing changes to Hendra's appearance, VARSAPURA is an open-world game set in a modern city inspired by Singapore, where players take part in paranormal investigations linked to a substance called mind rot that creates hostile creatures. Gameplay includes switching between a team of 3 characters during combat, using melee weapons with fast attack patterns, and applying stealth to approach enemies. Players can move through the city using vehicles, while missions are tied to an organization handling supernatural incidents.
Maybe that wasn't the real me.
You lost belongings due to mind rot? Please visit that counter over there. Mind rot control.
All right, thanks.
How can I help you?
I'd like to join SEAL.
Okay. You'll need to go through the interview process first. This is your application form. Read the instructions and sign to confirm. Once you sign, we'll verify your consciousness. This may cause slight discomfort. Let me see. Consciousness verification completed, preparing the interview. Your number I07. They'll call it out through the announcement system, so please pay attention. It may take a moment. This area is open to visitors. Feel free to look around while you wait.
Although organic matter is more resistant to decomposition, mind rot can severely affect mental health. If exposed, seek medical help immediately. Rest assured, our MRB officers will clear affected areas and reverse the mind rot's effect on your property. Welcome. You're about to observe the process of mind rotting. Note the black substance seeping from the object. This is mind rot.
Number I07. Please proceed to the interview room. Down the hall on the left of the front desk.
Here for an interview?
Yeah, hi,
Well, isn't that something? They really hit the jackpot with candidates like us. Come on, take a seat. There's only so many safety brochures to leaf through. Grab a chair, let's chat for a bit. This whole Shadow Bureau seems so shady. Everyone says they're strict about hiring, but there's no clear standards. They don't even accept resumes. I don't even know how to prepare. But it's not like I have no experience, you know? I've watched Mindbug murders and Shadow Boys several times. Nothing I can't handle.
What's up with the lights?
What do you think is the better pick? Rescue Brigade or SUN?
Did you see that?
Maybe the Brigade? My girlfriend thinks they're hot.
What happened? Hello? Hello?
Yet another hollow one.
A hollow one? What?
Your straw-filled mind wanders the wasteland inside. Still, you're haunted by a nameless lie. You don't know who you are. I see your true self. You're no hero. I'd say average at best. An officer has come to collect you.
Hello. I'm a shuttle patrol officer, Sayuki. Congratulations on passing the interview. Follow me.
The interview? That guy was an interviewer?
He's a well-regarded senior member of the Shadow Bureau. We call him Mr. Shadow. He interviewed me too, back when I first started. Mr. Shadow has a keen eye for people, so if you got in, it means you've got his seal of approval.
Why can't I see anything?
Just a minor precaution. The Bureau's interior can't be perceived by outsiders. But you can still see me, right? Just stick close. Vivian! I didn't see you there. Yeah, it's nothing. I'm just used to taking notes. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover.
Were you talking about me?
She often teases newcomers. Don't worry about it. If your onboarding goes well, you'll prove her wrong. Looks like a meeting's in progress. Wait just a moment. What's this meeting about? Code Red. Sun's gonna have their hands full. Go ahead without me. I need to take this newcomer to the test chamber. Excuse me? Passing through. Excuse me? Sorry. The meeting rooms in this old building are way too small.
Tensor, an autocratic AI controlling our city.
Spine, This is Gunfu is a single-player game set in a cyberpunk city where players control Redline, a street artist fighting an AI regime with the help of a sentient combat implant. Gameplay centers on close-range gunfights combined with hand-to-hand combat, using fluid movements and chained attacks. A cinematic camera system tracks each encounter while battles take place across varied urban locations as Redline searches for her captured brother.
I never asked for this.
Bradley the Badger is a game where players control a platforming character navigating unfinished worlds while trying to return home and save his friends. Gameplay includes movement like jumping and traversal, combat using a frying pan, and solving puzzles across different areas. A key system called the Kit lets players modify objects by resizing, controlling, or reshaping them, which changes how environments are used for progression, combat, and problem solving.
Did some jumping around, you know, the classics. It's what I do. Everywhere I went looked strange and weirdly unfinished. And that's when I found it. And everything changed. Literally. Oh yeah! Make your own platform game, baby! Now we're talking! I had a new grasp on things. I learned tricks that blew my mind. I really transformed myself. This thing is amazing! Made a bunch of new friends. Picked up new wheels. Figured out how to think big and small. I had it all. And then the code broke down. Are they? And that's when I found you.
Rave entered into OG's territory alone. You sure you saw this first?
ZOOPUNK is a 3D action-adventure RPG set in a diesel punk setting during the First Torch War, where players control anthropomorphic characters like Rayon and Bratton in team-based PvE missions. Gameplay centers on fast melee combat, with combo chains and aerial attacks, with each character having unique abilities. Players can team up in online co-op with up to 4 participants, fighting against a mechanical empire while progressing through war-torn environments tied to the conflict over fire seed energy.
You really fixing to gamble with it?
1 for 5, it's worth a shot.
Ain't you worried something might go wrong?
Wrong. I'm counting on it. It's mine now. Finish him. Give it back!
Walked right in himself, huh?
It's all yours now, boss.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
Right on time! Miss me?
Gotta hand it to you this time, Ray.
If Tron hadn't planned ahead and sent us as backup, you'd be done for.
Mission done? Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
Days ago.
AIKODE is an RPG set in a world trapped in a repeating cycle of death, where players control Aiko as she uncovers links between her past and a mysterious puppet. Gameplay includes combat against large enemies using a weapon that shifts between gun, sword, and scythe forms. Players can travel across different cities and landscapes on foot, by motorcycle, or in the air, while interacting with NPCs, customizing appearance, and taking part in activities like fishing and home decoration.
Those chased by a puppet are also chased by misfortune.
Ballad of ANTARA is a dark fantasy RPG where players control characters called emissaries to restore a ruined world affected by a spreading mist. Gameplay involves precise combat with parrying and dodging against strong enemies and large creatures, along with collecting essences tied to progression. Players can switch between the normal world and a distorted dimension called Para, while playing solo or in co-op with up to 3 players across different regions.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such powers?
Time. War. Mortality. These essences shall not fall into your treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above.
This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Long. Crimson Moon is an RPG set in the city of Gildenark, where players control a Nephilim, a half-human, half-angel character fighting against demons, undead, and other creatures. Gameplay involves melee combat with different weapons and abilities, including temporary transformations that grant special powers. Players progress through repeatable missions with changing enemy setups, face boss encounters, and can play solo or in 2-player co-op while upgrading abilities from a central base. Horizon Steel Frontiers is an MMORPG set in a desert region called the Deadlands, where players create their own machine. Hunters and take part in large-scale hunts with others. Gameplay centers on melee-focused combat using weapons like large swords and dual blades alongside bows with full manual control. Players can break machine parts, use a grappling tool for movement, and collect weapons from defeated machines while progressing through cooperative encounters.
What we call civilization.
GENIGODS NEZHA is an RPG based on Chinese mythology where players control the Spirit Pearl, reincarnated as NEZHA, and take part in battles against large gods and creatures. Gameplay includes switching between ground and aerial combat using different weapons along with abilities powered by a mystical core. Players can combine relics to unlock new skills, fight enemies by climbing massive bodies, and use parries and counters to handle encounters across myth-inspired environments.
Or is the answer home, written in the soil?
Mortals, how many times now? What ain't all wrong cannot be wrong. too. We are all bound. The sun for its light. You for your duty. I for my defiance.
10,000 years are too long.